Test.
Okay.
Yo.
Hey, we back.
We missed last week, but we were here the week before.
Right.
So we're like kind of close to every week now. Almost.
Semi-weekly.
We're occasionally. I think we're
this
just
is
occasionally.
It's an occasional podcast.
It's we do podcasts sometimes.
What's happening here now?
Oh yeah, we had a little bit of competition for mics.
Yeah.
We normally don't use these springy cords.
Yeah.
But I could make you a little
Looks
quieter.
like we won't use them again.
So.
Yeah.
What's new in the wonderful world of CrossFit? I mean, I almost beat you in that workout just now.
Yeah, I only...
It was close, right?
Yeah. It took me 19 minutes. It took you 28. That's...
Yeah, close.
Yeah, close. Just about half the time.
Considering I just PR'd my 30 reps for time ring muscle ups,
yeah,
I feel like it was pretty good for me.
I went the other way. I PR'd the longest I've ever taken to do 30.
I definitely think that's true.
That was a long time.
Probably ever.
Yeah,
for you.
Yeah.
I almost beat him on the 20.
We did
By almost, I mean... He finished when I had a couple left, which for me was almost beating him, considering.
That was close, yeah.
And then after that, it was kind of end of the game. But still.
So we did the semifinal CrossFit
edition.
semifinal online edition number 3. That's the one with a whole bunch of muscle ups, lunges, double unders.
Doubles.
Now, this was a modified version anyway. It was cut down from 30-20-10 to 20-10-5. So on the
which
muscle
I appreciated.
Yeah, I didn't want to do... that would have taken... We'd still be going, probably.
We would literally still be going.
Yeah. That'd been awful. Let's talk about those semifinals.
So semifinals. Let's start at the top, though.
Yeah.
So first was the one that Mayhem was in. What was that one called again?
Right, the MAC.
MAC?
Yeah.
The
Mid-Atlantic
CrossFit Games?
CrossFit Challenge, maybe?
CrossFit Championship.
Oh, yeah, there you go. CC.
So that one was actually really well done. I was very impressed. It was like damn near like the games. They did a good job of their media team. They did a great job of like having good athletes. There's a lot of good athletes in that one.
That was
and they were all crushing.
That's by far the best one. Unfortunately, though, that was the first week.
This weekend should be good too.
And now they've all paled in comparison.
I think that this week the West Coast Championship is going to be freaking
that's
awesome.
at Vegas. That should be sick.
There's a lot of really good people. I know they got my favorite Canadian friends, Vellner and Fikowski are on this one.
Oh, they let them out of Canada?
They let them out. They're not going to be able to get back in, though. That's a problem.
No one wants to go back in.
I know Noah Olson's in that one.
Yeah.
I don't know who else is like real players, but I'm sure there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
So that should be a good one. I'm glad they're ending off on that, so at least it's something interesting to watch.
True.
And yeah, the girls in the first one crushed. How about the Tia situation though? That's kind of fucked up, isn't it?
What?
She couldn't get home to hers, so they just let her take a spot in the.
But they gave another last chance qualifier spot.
Yeah,
I know we had talked about that. So yeah.
But I just think the way it all panned out, like now that it's done.
Yeah.
She took a game spot from those guys and instead gave a last chance qualifier spot to someone else. So she did take someone's spot.
That one person has to now do the qualifier. That would have made it. Yeah, they kind of should have. If you're from no, you can't do that either. Yeah, it's such a hard. It's a hard
She
spot.
should have had to. She should have had to go to the qualifier. Figure it out, bitch.
Get home.
If you can't get home, then get the fuck out.
Yeah, that's the hard part. Like CrossFit's damned no matter what happens, and people are going to talk shit.
No matter what, people are going to be upset about
and
it.
they're going to be like, CrossFit's in the wrong for doing this. But what would you have them do? Like you
can't let your reigning fittest not go.
Yeah.
That's just stupid.
And that the same thing, everything CrossFit does wrong, it's because they're the first ones to do this, right? They're learning while they go, and
they gave a last chance qualifier spot to the other guys. Yeah. What they should have done really is taken one of those top 5 spots and brought it over.
Yeah.
But that's like saying, since we know Tia's gonna win, which is pretty arrogant. I mean, it's true and fair, but like, it wouldn't be fair to everybody else to just assume that Tia's gonna take one spot.
Right.
That's might as well give her a spot to the games.
And what are you going to say? Oh, we're going to take one from the
that's what I'm saying,
Australia area.
So you take one from Australia,
which wouldn't be right because she didn't go in those same WODs. Would she win?
Yeah.
Maybe she wouldn't qualify. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Probably though.
The fact that it was so not.
But if it was
close,
anybody else,
if it was anybody else, I agree. With her specifically.
Yeah. If she got 5th place, like you're going to say she would have got 5th place in Australia? well, still first place. But let's say you were 5th place in Australia and you couldn't come home to the United States, you'd probably get 15th place, right?
Yeah.
Not to say they're not as talented, but they're not as talented.
Not even close.
No.
Not even in the same game. I mean, they play the same game, but
Kara Webb is, or Kara Saunders, sorry.
Kara Saunders is at least playing the game.
Yeah.
But so that one was good though. At least it was well executed.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about the whatever the other one was. That was the Australia one that was going on at the same time, right?
Yeah. Well, there was 3 of them. The Spain's happened, or Brazil.
Brazil had one too.
There's been a bunch. There's only 3 left, right? This week.
Yeah. So
we've had 7.
Let's talk about this last week. Yeah. So the previous one before that was the Granite Games.
Yep.
And that one was pretty good too.
Yeah.
I think they did a good job on their programming and stuff.
Yeah.
I just think they didn't have the same caliber.
Was that the one Pat Sherwood, I think, programmed that one?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. Yeah,
it was well programmed.
Whoever
I liked
it was,
it. Starting
it
with
was
the
good.
snatch and the way they did it and everything was well done.
Been happy with all the programming, actually.
What's his name? That fucking monster that snatched 340.
Oh yeah,
dude, like butter too.
Yeah,
like
that was mean.
That wasn't his everything. He's got more.
That's
340.
That's fucking impressive.
And like, it made me realize how just ridiculous the standards have gotten to where 300 is like, if you want to consider yourself an elite CrossFitter, you need to be able to snatch 300.
Yeah.
Like, period.
Yeah, like I think Ben Smith hit 300 first in that one, and then 8 dudes hit it after him. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was in the first one, right? And then on the second one, there's another 4 or 5 dudes.
I like that you had the snatch in multiple. You know what I mean? Like, I like that there's some crossover in
so
regions. Like we had the online, so we had all online last week. Was there 4 of them?
Mm-hmm.
I think there were 4 of them online, and they had Gretel. They had to do Gretel, and the Mac. They did Gretel, right?
Okay.
That's where Medeiros was. Yeah. Yeah, they did Gretel, so it's kind of cool to see
bigger,
in person
bigger
and
comparison,
online. So you get to see both versions of that, which was cool.
So then, last week it was all just the online stuff.
Yeah,
and then you were saying that didn't quite work out.
So yeah, speaking of Gretel,
I didn't watch any of last week because I just don't want to watch the at-home stuff. Sorry, people.
Yeah, it's hard. Some of it's hard. It's also, if you're not watching it on TV, you can't watch it on your phone. The people are like this big, like an inch.
It's just not worth it.
One guy was so far in the back on the TV, I couldn't even see him. And it's like, how are you? He was back there doing double unders. I'm like, I don't even think he has a rope.
Yeah,
like you can't
Maybe
tell.
he didn't. That happened
Maybe
last
he didn't.
year,
2
years ago.
Yeah, something.
Remember that guy that got caught just with handles? I think that was 2 years ago.
That's crazy.
Submitted his video and everything.
It's classic.
No handles.
That's awesome.
Or no
I bet
rope.
you didn't miss any.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly the details, but like they had like the sound too. Like,
that's fucking great. That's great. I like it. That's man after my own heart. That's some shit I'd pull.
Okay, so then online one sucked, and there was some drama.
Europe. Sam Briggs, always just not quite making the games, right? She's or just fighting for it.
But she's like 90, right? So
yeah, she's one of the older ladies. No, she's younger than me.
Not much.
Yeah, she is quite a bit. I think she's 36 or something.
Oh, is she not in the 40s yet? I thought she was in the 40s. Okay. Not that you're in the 40s, but you know.
Yeah, barely. She ended up in 6th place by 2 points, right? Emma Tall was in 5th place.
Is she tall?
Probably not. She's probably shorter than Briggs.
Really small on the TV, though.
It's a lowercase t.
Okay.
So they announce her as the winner, of course, and next day, CrossFit. So that's Sunday. They announced the leaderboard, right? And then next day, Monday, they put up social media posts. These are people going to the games. Congratulations. And then I think it was Tuesday morning or somewhere in the middle of the night, Monday, they announce and let her know that she didn't make it. Because in Gretel, her coach or her judge, actually, it's her boyfriend, her coach, but he's the judge of the event.
Yeah, she's judging.
The judge
judging her.
is
We're all
stopping. Yeah, now everybody's judging
Constantly judging.
As she dropped the bar for the clean and jerk, the last one, he would steady it so it would stop bouncing so she could get over it to do her burpee faster.
Every time.
I'm not sure if it was every time, but yes. So they give her a penalty. She drops to 19th place for that event. That drops her from 5th place overall to was it 9th place, which is outside
of the last chance.
Or actually, no, I'm sorry. Here's the even more fucked up part. 8th place, tied for 8th place, but she has her best placing is a 3rd. The other girl's best placing is 3rd. Next best placing was like a 5th for the other girl. So she wins the tiebreak. Yeah.
So all that, and now she doesn't get to go to the games at all.
Ooh. Yeah, all that. She doesn't get to go to games at all because of a tiebreak at best because of a tiebreak for the last chance qualifiers. At worst because her judge fucked up. Yeah. So people are complaining that, you announced it. You announced she's going, blah, blah, blah. You can't take it back. Well, yeah, they can. They make up the rules. Yeah. Again, this is CrossFit. No matter what they do wrong, people are going to blame them.
Everyone's upset about something.
No one else is doing this. No one's come up with this format. They haven't even done this online semifinal. This is the first year.
Yeah, the whole way this year's going, which is cool.
Because of a stupid disease that, certain countries are closed, right? It's not their fault. They're doing the best they can, right? And so people are blasting them for, not giving Sam Briggs the spot, because she should have the spot, but having her, Emma, outside of not having a spot when you announced her to have a spot. And then I guess in the rules, it doesn't say that your judge, well, kind of. In the rules, it doesn't say that somebody can't touch the bar in this workout.
Yeah.
Okay. So
it does not say that you cannot be assisted by somebody stopping the bar.
Right. So like sometimes they'll say someone else can load your bar in some instances. A lot of times it'll say no one can touch any of your equipment, like a double under WOD like this. No one can straighten your rope if you
hand it up to you.
Yeah. So sometimes it says that. Now, and that's their argument, is that it didn't say that. They went through the rules and they're like, we could get away with this. This will be okay. It doesn't say you can't do this. CrossFit also has there's 2 things that I don't think they're wrong with, and we'll see what you think. The first thing I don't think is there's the CrossFit has that rule, if you try to shorten or make any movement easier, that's a no rep, basically. That's not allowed.
You're not allowed to find loopholes.
Yeah, you're not allowed to find loopholes, right? You know what's intended. Don't change it. I think she fails on that.
Okay.
The thing I really think they fail on is, I don't give a fuck if it's your boyfriend, your coach, your mom, your dad, your training partner. He's the judge at that point. When you take the judge's cert, you agree that the judge's job is what? To count reps and to call bad reps.
So in the judge's course, you actually took it this year. I did not.
Yeah, every year.
In the judge's course, did it say you're not allowed to help your athlete in any way, shape, or form? Does it specifically say that?
It specifically says your job is not to cheerlead, coach, help. It's to count reps. You're there as a member of CrossFit Inc., right?
So, yes.
So here's my thing. You as a judge, you shouldn't touch it because that's not your job. And if you do, you shouldn't be a fucking judge.
So does it specifically say that the judge cannot touch it in the judge's course? I don't think it does.
I don't think it does. But
I think it says it's not your job to.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that it's saying you're not allowed to.
Right.
So I would argue that there's nowhere saying that he's not allowed to help her at all. And I think she's got a pretty valid argument.
Yeah, possibly. I see both sides, but what's that?
I think they'll give her a spot to the last chance qualifier. Why the fuck not?
I think they should give her a spot to the last chance qualifier.
I think so.
Because it's so close.
Who cares? Yeah. She's not going to win.
That's true. Give her the shot.
Yeah, give her the shot. If she does make it through the last chance qualifier and get to the games, score for you, girl.
Send her there, yeah.
Realistically, not likely.
No.
There's going to be a lot of good people in that last chance qualifier.
Yeah, there's very little chance. They're only accepting 2, so... there's definitely going to be some people that are going to probably smoke her.
Look at spots like the Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah.
Like,
6th
that
place,
was a stacked spot.
Stacked, yeah.
So the top 5 are all good games athletes.
Yeah.
The next 3 are good games athletes.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas then you get something like the Europe one, and it's like the top 5 are not all good games athletes. No. The next 3...
not so good.
So if she's in that category,
give her a shot.
Why not?
I think so.
Who cares?
And the last chance qualifier, it doesn't cost you anything to give her a spot.
Yeah.
I mean, if, like you said, best case scenario, she makes the games for her through it.
And great.
Then somebody else,
deserved it.
Then whoever gets third place could be pissed off that they gave her a shot.
And that's fair, except if you're beat, you're beat.
You're beat, yeah. She beat you.
Yeah, okay, cry about it, but she kicked your ass.
Yeah.
You had a fair shot against her.
Yeah, I think that would be the best way to make a...
But CrossFit can do whatever CrossFit wants because Eric gets to decide.
It's their rules. It's their game.
It's not even there.
And
it's Eric's decision. It's his company.
Yeah.
He owns this whole sport that we call CrossFit. He can make anything he wants happen. It's not a like soccer, like NFL league. There's no league.
Right.
It's just Eric.
It's just CrossFit. It drives me nuts too that like people bash their the CrossFit's wrong again. They're doing this wrong again. Guess what? They're the only ones that have done it ever. Yeah. Everything they do wrong is the first time this has been done wrong because no one has fucking done this. So get off their dick.
Especially with this whole pandemic bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
come on.
Give me a fucking
How
break.
Is everyone supposed to know all this online stuff? The way that they've managed to pull it all off and still give us the like live sports that we get to watch. Fantastic. Yeah. Like, well done, CrossFit. Yeah. I give Eric huge props.
You mean instead of Rogue did a better job online than CrossFit did. Get it together, CrossFit. Fuck off.
And you know what? Last year, that was true.
Yeah, but it was also a different event.
But part of the problem was that Glassman didn't know how to run the business properly.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
And now Eric does. Eric is turning this into a profit-making venture that is able to provide the entertainment that we want and make him money.
Yeah.
I don't know how Glassman didn't pull that off. Yep. He was a super smart guy, is a super smart guy, as we talked about in our last podcast. He just didn't know how to do the marketing side.
Yeah.
And now they have a guy who actually
He didn't care because he was rich.
Yeah, and he had money. He wasn't worried about it.
Now we got somebody that paid the money.
Yeah.
He's got to make money.
And so now it's being done right. Of course he has his whole marketing team back, or most of it.
Absolutely.
Because he needs to market his product, which is the sports that we're all watching.
Absolutely, yeah.
At least we are. I mean, I don't know how many people outside of like CrossFit community watch it, but
I'm sure more and more.
Yeah, and maybe the CrossFit community is still building. You have grown a lot of members here recently.
Oh yeah. Well, because it's just going to keep growing. I mean, people unfortunately in the last year and a half grew.
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot of people caught COVID-19.
20, 30 pounds everybody comes in with. They're like, I got to do something.
I think they all gained 19 pounds.
That's right.
They caught the 19.
I don't know. Saying. I think they're up to 2021 right now.
Oh, there you go. 20 plus 21 maybe.
Yeah.
It's true. We've definitely seen some people that did not exercise.
Yeah.
They went for the extra fives instead of the exercise.
Yeah.
But now everyone's starting to come back to it. Things are starting to get back to normal.
Yeah, it's nice.
I told you I'm going to a comedy show soon.
Yep, that's cool.
In Hawaii at the Waikiki Shell.
Is that going to be the first one?
I think so. I think it's the first like venue show on the 31st of July.
Oh, okay.
And it's like actual normal chairs. It's not like they're like spacing out every second or anything like that. And yeah, I'm excited. That means that things are finally coming back to our normal world sooner than later.
Right.
And that's going to turn into being able to have CrossFit competitions again and be able to like just have life go back to normal, right?
Yep. That'll be excellent.
And then with whatever tier we're at, I'm sure the gyms are back to more or less normal, right? Like, do you have any restrictions you have to follow at this point?
I don't know.
I
stopped giving a shit when they said we could work out indoors and said we had to wear masks and all this bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I stopped caring.
In all fairness, though, at that point, you had a system in place that put you well within the rules.
Yeah.
So you say you don't care, but you actually really did care, and you put a lot of effort into making
I
sure
cared
you were in compliance.
that we're not spreading COVID, which is the point of the rules.
Yeah.
Having stupid rules is pointless.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And it's
But now at this point, we don't have to stay in the boxes or things like that.
I don't really know I really don't know what the rules are. I really did stop listening somewhere around 7 months ago.
We officially do not have to wear masks outdoors.
Right.
So with all the doors open in here, I think this counts as outdoors. So
we're close enough.
So now this weekend we've got the last weekend of semifinals.
Yeah.
You can call them what you like.
I call them semifinals because that's what they're called.
Oh. So those are this weekend.
Yep.
And it should be another pretty awesome one.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one.
Well, it'll be a good one. I don't know about whatever other ones there is.
I believe one of them's on Excuse
Easy.
me. Sorry, online. I'll look real quick.
So the one that's good is going to be, you said it's in Vegas, the West Coast
yeah,
Championship?
it was supposed to be. It's usually at the Marina Del Mar in San Diego.
Is that the new stadium? The new Raider
Vegas?
Stadium?
Oh, I don't know.
Badass.
That would be sick.
Yeah, but this
this
one's going to have a lot of good players in it. This has Vellner, Fikowski, Noah Olsen.
I thought Vellner and Fikowski were on the Atlas Games.
Oh, I
up in
could be wrong.
Canada. Yeah, I think so.
I know that they compete this weekend.
Yeah, I think they're online. So there's the Asia Invitational, which, yeah, I think they have one slot to the games, Asia.
Oh, really?
And then there's the North American Atlas Games, and then there's the West Coast Classic. I believe.
Okay, I'm sure you're right.
I believe the Canadians are in.
So that one will actually be pretty good too.
But it's going to be online.
It's just an online one?
Yeah.
I won't even watch
because
that.
Canada's still fucked up.
Canada's getting better though. They're opening up right away.
Bullshit.
And then the one that's the West Coast one will be good though. There's gonna be a lot of good athletes.
That's where
in that
Olsen's going.
That's where Olsen's going. I'm sure there's lots of other big.
I
names.
imagine
just
there's a
can't
pan
think of any
check
of them.
there. Because there's
there's
still
gotta-
one pan check that we haven't seen go to the games.
That's right. The young one, right?
Well, two of them are twins.
Okay, fine. The younger looking twin.
Who do we have left?
Not
Spencer?
Saxton. Yeah.
Spencer.
How would you like to be the twin that's just not Saxton?
Damn. Harsh.
Saxton went first. That's all.
You know, maybe Spencer needs to be a little better.
And Saxton, on that snatch, I think he hit 295.
Yeah.
Legit.
Sick.